What is your purpose here, Arisen?
Testing, 1, 2, 3, hello. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. I see movement. Alright, and people from Discord, just give me a brief hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Alright,
Hey-ho.
looks like sound's working, guys. Looks like sound's working. I just had to reset my volume because, you know, I think I had a NVIDIA update and that mysteriously changed my sound settings. I don't know why. Welcome to tonight's game at ChaoticCalling. My name is Starwind and I run a D&D campaign here. Let's see here. Tonight we have, traveling with us in the lands of Elsparia, we have Christopher.
There's just no winning with that man, is there?
We have Kronk.
Good evening.
We have Arthur.
Hello, everybody.
We have Jack.
Well, hi there.
And I suppose we'll have a Vol here in a little bit. We'll figure out where she's at in a moment. But just kind of recapped. We did some shopping, got rid of a few things, and then Vol's familiar has returned to inform the party of the death of Kenan. You know, this particular person or whatnot has been brought in by your custody and then apparently assassinated behind closed bars. But with that information, you guys turn your sights to helping Shandora, most importantly, Paulina, the barkeep, by escorting her to Jillian Cove to pick up a shipment of imported brews because, you know, the brewery is still under reconstruction after a giant earthquake came by and just tore that place apart. So in order to find new resources, the community has reached out and placed orders outside the realm. On the trip to Jillian Cove, the party managed to make it to the crossroads. Here, it splits into 3 other directions. The west road leading to Mount Tynak, the north road leading to the Arcana, and the south leading to Marsola, and eventually Jillian Cove. Setting up camp for the night, you guys start exploring your campmates across the ways, and one in particular, a construct of such. And upon meeting this construct, you notice that the headpiece has been severely damaged and sparks kind of flying every now and then, and just a big chunk of its circuits are just exposed to the air with pieces kind of missing. Upon Jack's examination of our friend, he had everybody else try to rally up as much copper as possible, try to find ways to kind of like build around this circuit, and I think you managed to create something, right?
Well, I at least got the wiring. I still need to make the wire shielding.
Ah, okay, so we're we're almost ready to see if we can do anything for our poor little construct. And I see a wild Vol has appeared. Is Vol here in chat now? No, she is not. Okay, but I'm sure she's about to be here. Alright, so yeah. I think that's kind of like where we left off. Like, we were working on shielding at this point, right? So, what's next, Jack?
Jack is just gonna start kind of pacing back and forth, muttering like, alright, well, I could probably use hempen rope. No, that'll just catch fire. Maybe if I dip it with syrup, no, it would still catch fire. What would actually work? More copper, I guess. Oh, shit. Well, fellas, we've kind of run into a conundrum. I
At all.
can use copper as a shielding for the copper wiring, but I would have to cut the strands lengthwise and then braid it around it. And even with a magical dagger or magical blade, I don't know if that'll work. Could certainly be worth a try.
I mean, if you can help our metal friend here, I mean, either way, if he's not able to be fixed here, it's fine. We will try to get him to Shandor and get him in better hands regardless.
First, I'll need to see if anyone has a magic blade.
I mean, don't you as an artificer have the ability to have any tool that you need on hand?
I do, but it also takes like an hour.
Where are you going?
Well, I got tinker's tools, I got smith tools.
Like, the tinkering tools will definitely help you for whatever project you have in mind. You just gotta tell me how you're doing it. As soon as it makes sense to the both of us, we can make that roll.
Well, I would have to get at least another 3 feet of copper wiring. It's safe to say I could tell which way Christopher went.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so I'll be right back, and I'm gonna head over to that, group. Hey there! White hair
And
boy.
that's when I took down the purple worm with such Oh, welcome to the camp, my friend. How can I help you? Says the Iron Man in plate mail.
Hey, fellas, I take it that, white hair boy got about copper wiring from this group. You wouldn't happen to have another 3 feet of copper wiring, would you?
Oh, I mean, sure. Kind of told me you were trying to fix something. I could probably facilitate that, says the bard as he kind of like pulls out his spool of wires that he has for his loot. Cut you off about 3 more feet. Well, you don't need any more than that, do you?
No, that'll be it. Here, something for your troubles and way of saying thank you. And I'm gonna give him 5 platinum.
As you hand over the platinum and he puts his hand out to receive it, you see this little rat with a blue glow around an exposed brain, and then it quickly like sniffs the coin and runs back up to his shirt. Easy there now. And then he pulls back the coin and puts it in his pocket.
Oh, what a cute little fella that is. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, he kind of like scurries into the leathers. Hey, whoa. Kind of like, all right, it's okay. He's just trying to say hi.
Yeah, cute little fella. Again, thank you so much for the wiring. I hope that will more than compensates.
Oh, no, this is... Yeah, I could buy 3 more spools easily with this. No problem. By all means. Here, you know what? He tossed you the remainder of the spool. Just in case you need more.
Oh, are you sure about that?
You just gave me 50 gold pieces. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Oh, don't go blaming me in case you need copper wiring. And
I'll pick some up in the next town. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy your night.
Bring, ping. Oh, damn it! Now I need copper wire. No, just anyway.
Head back and be like, well, that was a strange looking rat. All right. Lucky us. Another 3 feet of wiring and a whole spool full. I'm gonna add that to my inventory real quick.
Yeah. Say all together, it's probably about... Should we put this in feet or meters? Would it be easier for you?
Feet.
Feet? Alright. I would say there's about 6 feet more of copper wiring on this loom. Like, he didn't give you a complete, full, but definitely enough to work with if you need it. Why are you not working music? I need you to play music so people don't get... Oh, I know why. Alright. I'm going to jump out and jump back in. Because I was playing around on Roll20. But continue.
Alright. Now, gotta see if I can try to cut this other 3 feet lengthwise to make it thinner. Oh boy. I'm gonna get my smith's tools out. Try to get the 3 feet kind of straightened out. And I'm gonna ask Paulina, Vol, and Kronk if they can give me a hand, because this is not gonna be easy without an actual table.
Alright, yeah, absolutely. Like, sure, we can help, right, Kronk? Kronk, are you hiding in your shell?
Hello?
Did I just...
Test?
Yeah, there you go. I hear you now.
And you have my shield.
He offers you a table.
Oh, thanks, Kronk. Alright, Pauline, you just kind of need to hold one end and hold it very still, and Vol, you just stand there and look pretty.
Seems like she got the easy job.
I'm gonna take what Smith's tools I can, something to cut it with, and try to go lengthwise, like carefully. Try to cut it in half.
Alright.
So I
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I was just saying, like, just so I have turned one normal 3 feet of copper wire into a slightly thinner 2 pieces of copper wire.
Okay. Okay, so trying to thin the wire out. Alright. What's next, Jack? Should we make a tools check? Is that what we want?
Yes.
Let's do your tinkering. You can use dexterity as your proficiency on this one. And I will give you advantage because you have Kronk and Paulina helping you. As soon as I get loaded back into the game here, I'll know what you rolled. So let me know what you rolled in case.
That's 29.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I hear you.
Damn it! It didn't work. Although now I'm joking. But I'm here
well,
now.
nope, disconnect. She's not here, guys. We'll have to kick her out. No, welcome. Say hello to Vol, everybody. Yeah, Vol, say hello. No, Vol, you'd say hello. Alright, cool. Alright, and...
wait, 1 second. I think it's automatically doubling my proficiency.
why would it do that?
So that would... I have proficiency with wood carvers, but it's doing it with tinkers for some reason.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that's because... hold on. What? First of all, what skill were you rolling with?
Dex. Oh, it's set to...
What's your... Okay, so then, yeah, that makes sense then.
Oh,
You're-
well,
You're a level 9 artificer. You automatically get expertise in all tools you're proficient in.
yeah,
oh, okay.
tinker tools are your natural proficiency. That's why I was like, what do you mean? You're supposed to be proficient, dude. Otherwise, how did you make your gun? Alright, so...
Yeah, artificers
So-
really do just have ridiculous tool proficiencies.
Yeah, so right now, basically everything that you've been putting together seems to be working so far.
okay,
So
and
what's
then I'm
next,
gonna
Jack?
try to... I would have to then try to cut those other now 2 halves again, if possible.
I'll continue
Just
to
so I
use
have
the
them.
same roll. So right now you have successfully created shielded wire through plating copper with copper.
Yeah, I was gonna have to then braid. The original 3 feet was for the wiring, and then the additional 3 feet I had gotten cut
Mhm.
into 4 smaller lengths, and then I was going to braid those around the original wire.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Tinker's tool you rolled and kind of like make this a single process. Like, you're getting this wiring made the way that you think will work. So now comes the fun part. Finding out what goes where. Without a schematic.
Alright,
You could
some of
do-
you might want to stand back just in case.
Huh? What? Sorry, Jack. What are you talking about?
It's more art than science, and it's a lot of science.
Alright, yeah, so like Paulina takes a few feet back. These guys will kind of like, well, I hope you know what you're doing, and they take a little step back as well.
No, seriously, I spaced out what's going on. Kind of like just Vol, kind of like realizing that she was
Alright.
just standing there.
As you finish that sentence, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving. No. What happened? Alright, so yeah. I will wait until you actually do something before I start making rolls for that. So yeah. So Jack, you heard Vol there, and Kronk still seems to be kind of close. Are you satisfied where everybody is?
He's still
Yeah.
over.
What was that, Kronk?
Still kind of looking over his shoulder.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Alright, good enough. And I'm gonna try to start figuring out where to put the wire in.
Alright, let's do an investigation. To kind of like examine this thing, try to figure out how it functions for the most part with all this wonderful knowledge you have.
I'm gonna
Oh,
buy
no.
advantage for myself. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
The red wire connects to the blue wire. The blue wire connects to the
This is how we found
green
out Jack
wire.
is colorblind. Right, this is where you put the red wire.
But
Wait.
And this
they're not
one's connected.
colored.
Oh no, wait, no, I got one better. I got one better. The gray wire connects to the gray wire. The gray wire connects to the gray wire. The gray
Hey, I
wire
can get behind
connects
this
to
song.
the
Gray wire, and we all blew up together. Alright, so advantage roll has been accepted. Cookie clusters eaten by the great Crimsu has delivered you the boon to get a 13.
And I will flash of genius to make that an 18.
To make that an 18. Alright, so it's a process, right? So you're examining this entity, and your artificer eyes are just kind of like looking at this like some kind of weird craftsman that has really gone out of their way to make things tiny and annoying. Like at first you're irritated with how small things are to work here. Or maybe not. I'm just making an assumption because I would be. And you start to see like where the circuits were meant to go, and then you can see like the missing board that's no longer there, and there might be ways to lead this back into the loop of the circuit, so you start to get a good idea of how to make it work. So at this point here, I guess you get to make your tinker tools, and you will be using your intelligence this time
Okay.
to see if you can properly place the wiring. And I do apologize for the multiple rolls I'm making you roll, but each stage has its place. Alright, so Jack's going to be here working for a little bit. Like, he's learning to apply his tinker tools. He's kind of like making a makeshift soldering unit out of his tinker tools and trying to get the tip side and weld these wiring into place to kind of like complete the circuit. So there's like maybe about 15-20 minutes where he's absorbed into this project. What are the rest of you doing as we're waiting for him to finish?
Kronk's basically breathing down his neck.
Yeah, so Jack, you got somebody looking over your shoulder, checking your every weld and all that stuff.
That's probably originally the reason why he almost failed that investigation.
Yeah,
Got too close.
Kronk was Kronk is breathing in your ear, and you're like, Vol, I need.
Once in a while, there's
Kronk.
a lip smack.
You thought it was Vol, but it was Kronk.
Is that a
But-
good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. What does Jack think? It's up to him. I'm only suggesting the frustrations of putting a board together without schematics. But yeah, for the most part, he's still kind of like working on that project, and Shella, in her infamy, just kind of like stays over by the card and says, "They look like they're having a lot of fun over there. I wonder if it's gonna work."
Well, I do sincerely hope that it'll work. I can't imagine what it's like for individuals of their sort to be, I suppose the word would be inoperable?
Oh, yes, being inoperable is not a good thing. Isn't that right, Arthur? She's flashing back to every time she had to heal somebody. I don't know what you guys are, but that's what she's got going on. Yes, Vo, please, go ahead. Grab something to bite real quick.
Good. that? Okay, because I'm thinking Vol's just gonna watch Jack, but kind of get bored and go like, I think I'm gonna go pick up some ration things by making rations, and kind of like pulls out her bow and starts wandering off in the woods.
All
And then
right,
she
so
was
yeah,
never heard from again.
I mean, we'll find
This
out.
is
in
how
a
I got
minute.
my new character, the barbarian. I'm joking.
You can roll survival when you get back. But go take care of you. Like, I know you just rushed in to get here with us. So yeah, Jack, unless anybody else has anything they want to input before we complete that scene over there. Like, there's some time progressing, so I want to like give everybody a moment to say some words before we get too far in. So, Arthur, do you got any opinion on anything that's going on? Or have you been talking and you've been muted?
I think my mic's been muted, screwing
Ah,
with me, but Arthur
sorry, bud.
doesn't have anything. He's just
Huh.
kind of packing some things in the. That's
All right.
the rope.
Just,
There's the bag.
I don't think he
missing
heard
coordinates.
me. Wait, what? Let's see, what?
Oh, nothing.
Oh,
Responding to her snark from earlier.
oh, okay. I'm glad to hear that, Arthur. Didn't want to think something bad was happening. And Shella just kind of like goes into her stance and tries to start burning off whatever charges she has for her technique. Meanwhile, with Kronk just kind of like looking over your shoulder and Paulina standing a safe distance away. Is it about done? Paulina just kind of like calls out, and it's, you're just about there. You're just about done. Like any second, you just gotta finish this last solder.
Just about. Give me a little tiny bit.
Big whirring noise comes on as you finish the circuit. The construct itself starts to jitter, like, and then the head kind of like comes from a steady resting pose and just kind of like takes a moment, and we see like a light kind of like come out of the ice and just kind of like glance around as if scanning the area.
Slaughter not online.
Insert your favorite robot line now before I finish what it actually is.
Happy birthday.
Get it out of your system, guys, because here it comes.
I am Superman.
Man of
Come
Steel.
with me if you want to leave.
I have come to tell you about your warranty. Have you gotten your car warranty in line? Alright. So, no. This is the canon, though. He, designation Clank. Online. Klepto, lunatic, automaton, neural klepto. Ready to go. And he starts staring at you for a moment, Jack.
I'm gonna look at him and they're gonna look past. So, what we're using him for again?
I don't know. Like, his name's Clank, but I don't know what he means by that designation or whatever that word was. That's a nice belt you have there.
Yeah, he's a thief robot.
You're missing your belt now. He hands it to you. Thank you for your acquisition.
Thank you for my belt. I'm gonna take it back.
And
Christopher has immediately run up and is just like starry-eyed looking at this creature.
I want you to make an insight check, though, Jack, because something's kind of like catching your eye as this thing's like the lens, something about the lens. So give me an insight. Barely.
I'll flash genius.
Okay, that'll fix the barely. But now you know. There's like so one of the eyes is glowing white, and then one is glowing white, but then there's like a flicker of red, like there's like a red LED that's bleeding in or something. Maybe that's a warning of some sort, or this thing's not functioning the way it should be.
Oh, Jack, just look at it. Isn't it so cool?
Yeah.
That cool is the word, right?
Speaking
That's
of cool, it attempts to try to steal something off you, Christopher, but seems to have failed unless your passive is lower than a 12.
No, I have a 13.
Yeah, I figured as much. So yeah, he tries to reach for something, but you kind of like take a step back and its hand kind of like jerks back like it didn't mean to do that, but it's like so jittery you can't tell if that was
hear
like
me out. Christopher actually interprets it as a low 5 and like, oh, do I get to do this? And just like slaps its hand.
Human contact in progress. And the hand kind of jits back for a moment. Is it safe to come closer, Jack? Paulina from the side there.
Hold up a sec. Let it entertain the boy. Hey, fellas, I got a question for y'all.
Yes?
So, was it working when you were... Did you find it like this, or was it working when you were before?
He did some work, and then he took a big blast. I don't know him personally, but he saved our lives. He's like literally jumped in front of a cannon, and it would have hit us directly if he didn't push us out of the way. He took the damage to the noggin, and well, I mean, he was sentient. He had feelings. He saved our lives, so we thought we'd take him to someone who is, what's the word? Tech or something? I don't know. Mechanical, whatever. Nobody at the shipwright knew how to deal with him, basically. So we figured we'd take him to one of those artificer-like people. And rumor is from where we came from that there's a gnome who tinkers a lot, and we can find him in Shandor. So we're gonna hopefully go there and get some help. But here you are. You got him online at least. Is there anything else wrong with him? Like I said, I never really got to meet him. He was kind of like out there on his own. We asked if anybody claimed him, but
he's a bit jittery. There seems to be something off. This is a temporary fix. I'm sure the gnome could do a full repair, but who were you taking cannon fire from?
Well, the docks that we came from, they're under certain protections.
The docks are in which direction? South? Jillian's Cove or somewhere else?
Yeah, we came, well, not from Jillian's Cove, but we kind of passed by that way. It's more to the west of the Dondra Forest. You've heard of Farsona? Or Farson? God damn it, Star, what did you call that place? That was above table in the last inn. I think it's Farson.
Not to be confused with its neighbor city, Fursona. Nobody talks about it.
Though everybody's heard of it.
Still these fellas under protection. Were they of the official authority type, or the...
He goes in for another low 5.
Christopher gets excited again, just like...
Yeah. And he mumbles mineral detected, and he seems to be reaching for something in your pouch. But you see it as a low 5, yeah, he was like... But he does make that one comment. And, we don't really say the word out loud because kind of like points to other people around the camp. You don't know who's who anymore, you know what I mean?
I think I do. I'm gonna lean in and just whisper, Tazrath.
He just kind of like nods gently. Cargo ships have trouble getting in on that side of the continent, so a lot of stuff usually comes through Jillian Cove. We were just kind of managing to get away when we got to the docks, and our ship became under fire at the docks, no less. But this metal man here saved our lives, so we're gonna try to save his thanks thanks to you, but he wasn't. I mean, he might have. Maybe, yeah, he was trying to steal the cannonball, but failed. Mineral incoming. Iron object flying at multiple speed, please. He saved our life, dude. We need to take care of him. Let's go see if we can find somebody who can fix him up. So that's basically like the flashback, right?
Oh, now try a high five. He'll hold up one of his hands.
He points behind you and says, "Look, a bird." Do you look?
But that's not what I asked.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Yeah, I mean, even though he didn't need the advantage, he was like, "Look, a bird," and then you're like, "That's not it." And then his hand just kind of like for a moment, and then we see him open his palm, and he's looking at what looks like a meteorite piece that you had in your inventory. Mineral located. Examining. And you could see soft sparks kind of like flashing out of its right eye at this point. And Jack, you can hear psh, 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 as this thing goes into an examination mode.
Well, either this thing was meant to steal or was meant to mine or both. Kleptomaniac. He steals stuff a lot.
Do you think you can change his behavior or something? Like, this isn't normal. Maybe you wired him up wrong or something. Not that I would know. I'm just making suggestions.
Not my expertise. Yeah, this ain't really my expertise. But yeah, give me a second. Christopher, do you got that walkie-talkie?
I do believe I keep having to remind you, Jack. I gave mine to Leon.
Right. I gotta find someone useful then.
Oh, damn.
Alright.
Oh, I have an idea. We might be able to give them more immediate care.
Yeah,
I know that the professor's not exactly in town, but
I gotta talk to the professor first. That's the thing.
Examination 404 error has been occurred.
but
Please
isn't
step
there
back.
another artificer in town? Perhaps they could work on him too. And we could send them
Yeah.
there right away.
Christopher, it's trying to steal your stuff. If we send it to that artificer and it steals stuff from them, we get blamed.
Croc's over there like looking at it and then just forgetting about it again. Oh, Croc, do you want to come up here and see the robot?
You can kind of see him from where he's at.
Oh, you don't want to come closer? I was about to say, well, let's make a mad attempt at that walkie-talkie you got there. But yeah, there are soft spikes of electrodes that are just shorting out, or something's happening like around the eye where you saw that redness. And it's trying to focus on this piece of meteorite that was in Christopher's possession. And just... Psh, and then you just keep hearing the words, examination, 404 error, data not found, data not found.
I'm
What
going
is a
to...
404 error?
It's sciencey stuff. Don't hurt your head about it. I'm gonna step closer to it and try to get a closer look around its eye where it's sparking. See if I can see what's wrong with it.
You want to make an investigation or perception? I think I can allow either, but different information for each roll.
I'll do investigation.
Fair enough.
That's 12.
That is a 12. Is that what it's going to be?
No, it's gonna be a 17. I'll use my
Alright.
last of flash.
See, folks, this is how we get rid of them early. Now I can launch the attack tonight. So yeah, this it wasn't anything you personally did, but like somewhere within that eye socket, it's like the board is probably bent, or the eye itself is kind of cockeyed or something. Like maybe it's sticking a little bit out of its normal location to be connected to the circuit properly. Amazingly enough, you think you might be able to fix this with a quick bang to the head.
Alright. Whip out my Smith's
Nothing
hammer.
like percussive maintenance.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Might. Let's find out. So you want to use your tinker tools and start banging on its head or something?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, just roll it with strength. We gotta make sure you use enough force. So you pound this thing in the head and it jolts for a moment and the red glaze kind of goes away and it kind of like lights up again. Online, Clank, designation Clank, kinetic logistic automaton with nondescript killing script. Hi, my name is Clank. How may I be of service?
Oh god, it is a slaughter knot.
State your primary function.
Primary function is to provide support for those that I'm allied with, to destroy, to cater to destroy those who are against me, and those that I am aligned with. What alignment are you?
Bounty hunter.
Registering you as a bounty hunter. Are you
Who are
friendly?
you?
Can we be friends? Christopher is just like starry-eyed.
The head quickly turns to Christopher. Destination Clank would like to request your designation.
Christopher.
Bounty Hunter. Christopher. My name is Clank.
That is a nice name. My name is Kronk.
Kronk. Designation Kronk. Hello, Kronk. I am Clank.
Kronk wave.
He waves too. Gesture recognized.
Hey, Clank, who are you aligned to?
Designation alignments have currently been erased from my memory. Memory leak. Low maintenance. My system has low memory at the moment. Designations are hard to keep in memory banks at this capacity. Switching to light mode. And when he says that, the light's kind of like dim. And he seems to go into like a power save mode or something.
Alright, well, good news. Fellas. Not a theft bot, like I had thought. Fix the problem. He is most definitely a protect and serve you and destroy your enemies kind of robot. Though he does need more proper maintenance. Kronk, do you got one of those Rocky Talkies?
I have this one.
Oh, wonderful. Could I borrow it for a second?
He kind of hands it to him, but he doesn't take it off his neck.
Alright.
Damn, you know what? I would have made at least 3 more jokes if I had seen sooner the token was Iron Giant.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Kind of
yeah.
lean in and just kind of touch the stone like, Leon, you there?
No, but I'm here. What do you need, Jack?
Leon, I need to talk to Leon.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Kind of like stares at Arthur, puts the stone away. I know it sounds odd for me to ask, but I need you to make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! There's no saving that.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Okay, I would kind of need to talk to the professor, because there's a robot here that needs fixing, and I did a temporary fix. So if you could just tell the professor that a robot's gonna be on his way to his laboratory for fixing, that would be great.
So,
Uh,
as you kind of like finish that statement, a loud, audible explosion comes over the Rocky Talkies. Ow, that's loud. Hello?
oh, that's not good.
Hello? Anybody still there?
I hope they didn't find a brewery.
Yeah, me too. It's hard to replace those places. Also, whenever that explosion like becomes audible, the robot man just kind of like eyes turn red for a moment, and quickly we see it jump to its feet, and it seems to be scanning the area. And it doesn't say anything.
Wait, so was the explosion audible even without
With the
sending stones?
Rocky Talkies. Yeah, I went through the Rocky Talkies, so something on their end.
Okay,
You just heard a loud explosion.
alright.
All of
I
a
see you're
sudden,
busy.
yeah, as you're still talking. Yeah, go ahead, finish your line. I'll do the next thing here in a second.
I was gonna be, I see you're busy. Just get back to you when you can. But I'm still gonna be holding on to it.
All of a sudden, we see like the arm of Clank kind of like pop out a short bow, but it's kind of like in a crossbow stance because it's like, and this bow just kind of like comes out, and we see an arrow just automatically launch into it, and he fires at a nearby tree. And then we hear a loud squeak, and a dead squirrel falls to the ground. Threat eliminated. And he goes back into standby mode.
Christopher is starting to wonder why everyone sees squirrels in this world as threats.
At least we have some more supper now.
Good point.
Yeah, I don't think that was the source of whatever came across that, says one of the guys that kind of like been watching, you know, the original people who took care of him. So he's operational now? I mean, is that the word?
Well, the professor is a little busy, likely dealing with the people you ran in with. But he's got a lot of capable people with him, and
Okay.
they should be fine.
Christopher's
excuse me.
shouting across the crowd.
Fool, did you see that? A short bow came right out of their arm.
Bo's out there trying to hunt, right? Did she make it back yet?
Where did she go?
Let's
Well,
see.
she
Let's
missed
find
it.
out. Let's find out how bad of a roll it is, because there might be a reason why she's not back. Let's find out. Oh no! Oh no!
This is about right.
No! God damn it! I lost track of where I'm going.
Well, you know, the nearby
is why I
forest
should
is,
brought-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I knew I shouldn't have forgotten Chinook. They always help me out to navigate this area.
Meanwhile, Shell is playing poker with it. I think this is how this goes. Here, this is your card. And he just squeaks at her.
Chirp, chirp. Somehow wins against Shella.
How did you do that? Amazing. Vo must have taught you a lot of tricks. The name's Galvin, and this is Dillian. As I recall, you kind of like telling the construct thingy, your name is Bounty Hunter?
I thought designation would mean like descriptor, like what you are. My name's Jack. Jack
Oh.
Van Zant.
Jack, pleasure. And that's Christopher and Kronk from what we heard. Ma'am, I don't think I caught your name. And kind of like looks at Paulina sweetly. Oh, Paulina. Oh, Paulina, nice to meet you. So he's functional. Clank, was it? What is your designation? Yeah, Galvin. Dillion. Designation Galvin. Gav's designation Dillion. Accepted. And then he goes back into a saber mode. He doesn't seem to be very energetic, does he?
No, that blow he took from a cannonball may have shorted his energy a bit. He might just need a night's rest. If not, we'll have to, I guess, just hope that he lasts the walk to Shandora.
No,
So-
don't worry. We have a carriage nearby. We just kind of got it concealed at the moment.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, try to keep him out of the rain, cause that head wound, Kronk here did get me a piece of wood. We could tie it around his head to cover it up, try to keep the rain out. I think we have some rope.
So you tie a big chunk of wood around his head? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, around the open head wound, just to keep rain and other debris out.
Absolutely. I'm gonna copy this from my records as well, so just in case these two become relevant.
Kronk.
All right.
Yeah, looking back, Kronk found a really good piece of wood and did a decent job of carving it.
There you go. So yeah, you can finally put the head plate that you guys worked on with no problem. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I think you've done a lot of the hard work already. So at this point, we see this metal man with a big old wooden piece covering up his opening area that's not his mouth. And he watches you intently as you kind of like finish tying it off, and just kind of like goes back to his regular dazed looking stance, like he's waiting for something or anything. Like you can tell he's alert because he snapped on that squirrel, but he seems to be in a very low hum mode at the moment. Vol, whatever are we going to do with you?
I don't know. What am I going to do?
Well, it's dark out. The forest all starts to blur together at a certain point. Is there anything you want to try to do to find your way back?
First off, turn on my lantern.
That might have helped. Okay.
Second off, pull out my signal whistle. And as I walk through, I just blow on it to see if people notice.
Chinook
Using the
notices.
tools I have.
Chinook notices. But nobody else seems to notice. What?
Does Chinook
What's-
fly to me?
Where are you going, Chinook? Hey, Arthur, Chinook is flying away on his own. I don't know what got into him. I'm gonna go chase him. And just like chasing,
And he's
like
She is
chasing
going
a
to
butterfly.
follow.
Yeah. So Arthur and Shella follow Chinook. It takes a little bit, but eventually you both and Chinook kind of like start to hear the whistle, and eventually you find Vol just kind of like in the middle of this small grove that she kind of like huddled into. Aha! Oh, Vol, there you are.
Oh, hey. I didn't think it'd bring you along. Like, little Chinook just lands on her, like, arm. And it's like, I was trying
well,
to call my little companion.
We were trying to play a game, but oh well.
Nah, that's alright.
Oh, We're playing hide
Do you
and
guys know the
seek.
way out, or did you just kind
Tag,
of run
you're it.
blindly in here?
Arthur
Did you
might have
really
been-
to play tag?
So Arthur might have paid attention. Shella just comes over, taps you on the leg, and starts to run in deeper. Starts is the key word here.
Vol
Nope,
just
shut-
start.
no.
I feel tempted to be like Vol would just kind of grab her by the leg before she can run.
Oh crap! No tag backs. You can't do it that early.
Let's play in a bigger field, Shella. I don't think you want to spend the night with the whatever's in the woods.
Oh yeah, let's go back to camp. They got that metal thing to work.
The tin can?
Yeah, it's talking and everything.
Yes. Speaking of which, the way back is just kind of goes around.
That away? Kind of like points in the direction.
For shits and giggles, roll me a survival, Arthur.
Alright,
Because-
I feel like this is appropriate. Okay, hold on a second. Though
Should
it's
I leave it?
fearful, though it's stupid, though it's stuck, though you may lose the path, though it may encounter wolves. You have to think. You have to.
I'm shell shocked that I knew this would be hilarious if I made you roll. You start to point the wrong way, and then Arthur walks a totally different way. And with Shella's kind of help and keeping an eye of where Chinook came from, Arthur's actually going the right way, and he just kind of like pointed a random direction and wasn't sure about it and just walked back. Like he basically 180'd, right? It's over there, and then he 180's instead and walks the way back to the camp. Oh yeah, that's the way.
Vol just slowly follows, pats Chinook on head for being good baddie. Get treats later. And just slowly follows the group back out.
Alright, and eventually you do make it back to camp. You guys probably been gone maybe 10 minutes at most. The two of them. You've been gone for about 25. We found Vol!
Oh, there you are. Where have you been all this time?
I was trying to find something to, catch food-wise, hunt. Then I took a wrong turn after talking to a squirrel. I might have eaten something bad, I don't remember. But then I
By the
ended
way-
up being lost.
This thing actually shot a squirrel.
Yes, you should have seen it, Vol. They had a short bow. It just came right out of their arm.
Looks at the clank and just kind of sits there and go like, it's not moving now. Are you sure?
So he's just
I
resting, as they put it.
have to reload again, damn it. Fine, map
Slowly
disappeared.
walks over.
Quick question, you guys could still see the map, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. It disappeared on my end. I don't know what I did. I angered the Roll20 gods. My apologies. We'll get back into that in a minute. So we're gonna refresh on my end, but yeah, so I can kind of keep going though. So yeah,
Bull just approaches the group and walks over to the robot man.
it turns its head in your direction as it hears new footsteps, and eyes kind of like light up for a moment. They're not as bright as they were whenever he first started off, but he kind of like glazes over at you and new personnel approaching. Please state your designation.
Vol just kind of like looks at it, kind of used to hearing that, just kind of goes like, Philippia Rotmir.
Lupio Rotmir has been confirmed. Hello, my name is Clank. How may I be of service?
Are you good at cards? Pulls out a deck of cards.
Stares for a moment. Data not found. 404 error encountered. Returning to save mode. Kind of like goes into a dull stance and just kind of hums there for a moment.
I'm guessing it's tuckered out. Or it's near the last part of its lifespan. That's my guess.
Vol, he took a cannonball to the face. He's
Oh,
well on
wow.
top of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and just
Not
to
gonna
paint the
lie,
picture.
Jack, he looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, Jack, but he looks pretty good for someone that took a cannonball to the face.
He's sturdy.
Durability at 25%.
Do you think we could patch him up? Like, I have smith tools. Would it help if we just chrome his armor or something? I don't know.
With what? We don't have any metal to work with. We need like an actual laboratory or smith shop or go to a blacksmith to actually attempt to fix some of this stuff. They're already gonna head down to the professor whenever he gets back.
There we go.
And he'll fix it up. He's good for now. He's got a piece of wood covering the head wound. It's good enough.
As a side of, like, good favor, I hand the robot a pitch streak quartz. It goes like, I might keep him entertained at least then. But you make a
Mineral
good point,
detected.
Jack.
Quickly snatches the mineral from your hand and starts to examine it.
Then I'm guessing they're gonna take them in the morning, or are they gonna head out now?
Oh, it's nighttime now. We're gonna wait till morning.
Hey, you know, some people kind of run around late at night. You can see why I was asking.
It's a little bit dangerous to be doing that, especially around here, but yeah, we're just gonna wait here. Mineral, defective. Tosses it on the road.
I mean, if you like, I can kill time with you too. Till you can head off, and then I'll just head back to my cart.
I mean,
Like,
we're not.
when it's nighttime.
Yeah, if you guys want to hang out, that's fine by us. We do not mind the company. I mean, you guys already done enough for us as it is. And getting to meet Clank officially in this capacity is definitely, you know, I just want to make sure he knows we're grateful and we're going to take care of him. So we're going to get him to the help that he needs. Ain't that right, Dillian? Yeah, absolutely. Can't share it any more clear than that. And thank you, kind of like points over to Jack, for, you know, what you done. You brought him back to a state to where, you know, we won't have to haul him. So that's a load off our literal backs. Thank you for that.
No problem. It was fun to tinker again.
All right, then, everybody. If everybody's still hungry, I will prepare some meal. Did you say you find anything, Vol? Coming from Paulina.
Should I roll another survival star? Maybe if I
No,
found, like,
you didn't.
mushrooms and whatnot.
You didn't find squat. It was too dark. Like, you literally told me you waited to the last minute to turn your lamp on.
You're right. You're right. Hold on. I just gotta look at if I have anything to give them. And I just look at her and go like, I have this, and I hand her a tub of pistachio saffron ice cream.
Why do you even have this? Is this a literal tub, the same one we had the other day?
Yeah.
How did you fit
Don't
a
ask me.
bathtub in your freaking pack?
Bag of Goldine.
Oh, but it's all melted now.
I mean, we could try to freeze it.
Thank you for the kebab there. And you see Kronk handing over the squirrel kebab he made just recently. Well, Kronk's already got that squirrel that was shot earlier, thanks to this metal man. Don't worry, I'll just whip something
Dorian
up.
hands over a Snickers bar.
Here, Fo, you're not you when you're angry. Or disappointed in yourself. Here, have a Snickers.
Better? Better.
Great. But yeah, Paulina will go back to your campsite and just kind of like start cooking up rations of her own, which will provide you guys not having to burn your own.
So she didn't take the ice cream, she just kind of left the tub.
Well, what is she gonna do with it?
I don't know. I'm making sure to put it back in my bag then.
Yeah, put it back in your bag. I don't want to see that out here. Oh, we need music.
Just another random chunk.
It's too quiet, so let's get some music back out there. All right. So yeah, the nighttime continues. This bot seems to be functioning, and is there anything you guys want to do before you start making a watch list, or do you even want to do watch? What do you guys want to do?
I'll play cards with the two gentlemen. Just playing cards. Kill time before I go to bed.
Fair enough. They play a couple hands. Well, they'll play enough hands with you, and Paulina and Kronk seem to be busy working together, building up a decent meal for everybody. Amazing what she can come up with. Apparently, she brought most of her kitchenware, and where she hid it, nobody knows. Maybe her patron allowed her to be able to summon it as needed. Who knows? But Kronk and Paulina come over with dishes for everybody, hands them off. Here you go, eat up. And Ebron helps the two strangers that are currently with you as well. You can still hear like a boisterous laugh from our northern camp, but the one to the northeast seems very quiet, and they seem to have already turned in for the night. But at this point, what would you guys like to do? You can have conversations or get ready for watch. The story is yours to tell. And yet nobody.
I mean, I will say that Christopher.
Go ahead.
I mean, I will say that Christopher, like, as of last session, like, did actually invite the two guys to the north to come visit if they wanted to.
Yeah. They seem enamored in the storytelling of the Iron. You know, this guy right here telling his stories. Like, he's still like being loud, telling stories, and you know, just from what you saw, this guy just seems to be tolerating it. Which, if it was Jack, this guy would probably be way too much for him, and he'd probably just shoot him for the shits and giggles. But this bard seems very patient with him. So they don't make any moves to come to your camp or anything.
So, you know, I'm always so amazed by the things I've been able to see since I've left home.
Is that so?
Is that I don't believe there well, frankly, there are a lot of things I don't think I ever would have seen if I had. I've read it in an airship. I've seen an operatable metallic man.
And there was that walking tree.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I don't believe I ever would have seen a walking tree.
Try to remember. Paulina was after that, right? Yeah, that was coming back the first time. Okay, never mind. I didn't remember stuff. Walking tree? She just kind of like questions openly.
So, oh yes, you wouldn't have believed it, Paulina, but there was... So we had traveled down that road the previously, but when we came for the return, there was a tree just right there in the middle of the road. And
how peculiar.
But this might not necessarily be believable, but... I don't know which part is unbelievable, but Jack asked it nicely to move, and it did.
She stares at you for a moment. Wait, Jack asked that?
Yeah,
And she kind of like looks over her shoulder.
surprising he was being polite.
Huh. Well, I guess he's capable of many things, including being nice. That's good to know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am floored by the fact that he was able to bring that metal man back to his senses. That's amazing. How was the meal, though, by the way? Did you get enough?
Oh yes, most certainly. These
Good.
days I don't let any food I get go to waste.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it, and hopefully you don't find my cooking terrible, but thanks to Kronk here, we're definitely sharing recipes. I had Dorian go over there, just kind of like peek at Clank.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if.
Yeah. Like I'm purposely moving him. Don't worry.
You may return him.
Okay, very well. I will. And also, I want to make sure I can get to your token in case I need to steal more from you. Go ahead.
The secret is to not overstir it.
Yeah, I mean, they say some of the food you cook is with love, and sometimes you just don't want to love too much, because if you do, you'll wear your arm out. I mean, that's, maybe that wasn't, and she kind of like listens to herself. Maybe that's not what I meant to say. Anyway, I'm glad you found everything good. What are we doing for tonight, though? Do we stay up all night and keep a watch, or do we try to find somewhere to sleep here? I mean, I think we did something like that a couple nights so far. So, how are we doing this?
So, well, we would do as not. Oh, go ahead, Crump.
With so many campfires, we may not have to be as vigilant.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But, Croc, can we truly trust everybody at this camp?
I trust everyone until they prove not to be a friend.
Well, that's some optimism you have there, I will not deny. Is your whole family like that?
Well, I do not know. They may have changed. I know that some people can.
Well, you'll have to tell me more about your siblings. Go ahead, Christopher.
So, well, trust is a sort of tricky subject, I suppose.
Yeah, it can be. Paulina just kind of like agreeing with whatever experience she might have had in the past.
So, but at the very least...
Sorry, the flashback was a giant lizard man that was lit on fire running through her tavern. Yeah. Trust was really thrown out the window that day. Not to mention all the blood stains he left on her floor. Ugh. She rolls her eyes, recalling a memory, but you continue the conversation. There you go.
So, like, from... I suppose I won't say birth, but from infancy, I was sort of raised to trust no one but myself, I suppose. But I feel...
And he kind of like glances toward Jack.
I hate to imagine what kind of person I would be if I kept to that now of all times.
Paulina follows your glance and just kind of like nods somewhat like, I see where you're going with this. Yeah, it's true that I think I agree. Like, trusting yourself is number one. And I don't know, there's some people out there that don't even trust that person. Like, if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? What is your designation? My name is Baba Bubu Gachiche Tosada Tigoba Vajapora de Timotokosha. Error. Too much memory required to remember one's name. Designation. Squirm. Wait, what? No! Say the whole thing, damn it! Error. Designation. Too long to fit in memory banks. Designation. Irritating. Now we're getting somewhere. A little bit. No, look. I am not a squirm. I am not a you know what? That one's fair. Alright. What is your alignment? Evil as fuck. I mean, good. Huh. Yes, trigger words. Oh, boss, this is gonna be so much fun. And he flies back to your side. Boss. He has trigger words. I can put him in attack mode real quick. You want to see it?
Dorian, please don't. Let's maybe save that for if this camp is actually attacked.
Oh. Whatever you say, boss. I mean, I just thought it'd be fun to stir things up a little bit. You know how it gets a little dull around here. All right, boss. Whatever you say. Just kind of like twiddles his thumbs now. Well, I thought it was going to be fun.
Just kind of turns to Paulina.
It's a work in progress.
I mean, I understand. I think, yeah, I totally get it. So, your abilities, since we're, yeah, and she kind of like looks over at Dorian. You know, that thing. Like, did you ask, like, did I even ask you who you were following? Like, is that okay for me to do? Like, is that against some kind of code of conduct? Because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be like, you know, trying to find out information that I shouldn't know. Like, I can't even.
Above table.
Did we have this conversation?
Above table. Above table. She, like, in fact, I remember the exact conversation. It's like, because Christopher actually asked her first, and then she turned the question on him, and then he immediately answered Illumina, and then she got angry about that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
just by how just immediately he said it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, she's like, so. Okay, let me back up a hair because that does change my thought process. I was just going off some tangent because I was trying to. No. Okay, so Illumina was it? That's what she goes. She starts off with that. She kind of like scowls a bit. Doesn't. Anyway, like, does Illumina just allow you to have these kind of spells, or do you get to pick what you want, or is she just like, does she force whatever she wants on you, or is it, you know, like, do you have a choice?
Are you perhaps referring to Dorian, or are you just referring to just in general?
Well, I'm aware that there's spells, wiggles, things that make that, and if I recall correctly, Vol did the same thing not too long ago and brought a bat out of thin air. And, yeah, like, since we're kind of this, warlock type thing, I was just curious if your patron just allows you to pick whatever spells you want, or are you forced to do what they tell you to do? Like, in your selection.
So, well, at least in terms of the abilities I expose, I'm not really limited by choice. I always have a choice. But they sort of, as the best way to put it, it's almost as though my soul picks the ones that it feels are most suited to me. Do you understand what I mean?
I see. Well, my patron seems to only allow me so much access to certain things, and I wouldn't even know what to reach for if I, you know, it's just confusing to me. I'm still learning, so being out here in the field is helping me improve that. So, yeah. I don't know, it's a stupid question. I probably should have known this stuff.
I'm sorry, but perhaps this is, and just maybe this is personal, but are you in some way forced?
Not, well, I may have absently minded said that I wanted to destroy someone, and in a dreamlike state, I guess. I barely remember the entire state of the dream, but I remember at the end I was exclaiming, "Yes, I'll do this." And I woke up the next morning and I was able to do, and she just kind of like changes her look into a different woman and then changes it back. This kind of thing. And it kind of like looks over to Arthur. Probably not the same way he does anything. Is he a warlock too?
Arthur is a bit special in his abilities. It is distinct from our own.
Kind of knew it.
But then, so you're saying that you don't know who they are?
I don't know. I just had these abilities, and from what I've read in certain novels, you know, they mention this warlock adventurer who always wanders around with some patron that they may or may not know. I mean, okay, I am jealous that you know who your patron is, and sorry if I was cold to you the first time we were asking the question, so I could not give you an answer. That is why I, just changed the subject. Just didn't feel like I could answer that.
I understand. Well, I wasn't always bonded to Illumina.
That's interesting. How did you... So, were you always a warlock or no?
It's more precisely, I didn't... How to put this? I was sort of trained, or at least prepared for this sort of pursuit by who I thought was my mother, as sort of like the next in line of the family. And then once I made the pact, with the other patron, that's sort of when my official transition was complete, I suppose. So it's a little bit of, as they say, column A and column B.
So, might be possible. And she just kind of like mutters to herself to switch if I... Alright, that's interesting. I'll keep it in mind. But for now, I guess we should all turn in.
So yes,
And I guess like looks over to like Vol and Jack, like,
Zerka, is everything all right over there? We're starting to turn in soon.
I just can't read this guy, Jack. I'm really getting freaked out by him. I'm pointing to Dylan. It's like, I'm pretty good at reading people and their tells, but his face is just completely solid.
Yeah, Dylan over there, tough poker face. Hard to read him. He has no emotion whatsoever. Gotta be careful with that one. Dylan doesn't even say anything. He just kind of like stare and wait for you to finish the hand. Hey.
Nah, I gotta fold.
He throws his hand down and just kind of like smirks. I only had a pair.
Jack, tell me you got something to beat him with.
Oh no, I got a 5 and a 6 and a joker and just tarot card. Look, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the game we're playing. I've just been kind of grabbing cards and doing whatever, so probably not.
plus he keeps triggering out like every few hands.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't blame ya. Alright.
Sentinel mode.
I think you win this.
activated.
What'd you say?
Hi, my name is Clank.
Hi, Clank.
And his eyes
But I think
light
you...
up. He's examining the area.
I'm guessing he's gonna be awake for a while, isn't he?
We'll keep an eye on him. It sounds like your friends are calling you.
Might as well go join them. Although, Dillian kind of does like the 2 fingers through eyes and back to Dillian kind of thing. Go like, watching you, man. I'll win next time.
He gives you a dead stare like, that means nothing to me.
Slowly
Yeah.
gets up, shakes her legs to stop making them feel sleepy.
Fool, if you need me to carry you again, I will.
How about I carry you instead?
Try me.
Oh my god, I wish you two could get a room. By the way, hey, Clank, that one's evil. Evil? I mean, he's good, he's good, he's good. Ah, this
I will
is
accept this
hilarious.
challenge and I will pick up Jack the best I can.
Okay, make an athletics.
Jack, this is not what they meant when they said you need to try picking up some women.
And away you go with Jack in hand. He tries to resist, but apparently he's not trying hard enough.
Walks over the Kronk with Jack in my arms.
Yeah.
Princess style!
Oh god. Are you two okay? Did Jack get hurt? Do I need to perform CRP?
I don't know,
Getting
Jack.
married. No, we're getting married. Isn't that great?
Oh my god, they're getting married! Oh! I know somebody who could cast the ceremony.
Shella, I think if he married me, he would have someone try to kill him.
Oh, why did he say that? Why don't people say what they mean anymore?
Because I'm an asshole, that's why.
They should kind of
We're all
Everyone
thinking
above
it, I'm just saying it.
everyone above table. He finally admits it.
I guess that's a fair point. Alright. So,
Fool will just look back at Jack and be like, don't worry, I'm an asshole too.
2 peas
That's
in a
sweet and
pod.
bad.
Gently puts Jack down.
Alright.
Thank
Well, as you put Jack down, I say, why don't we go ahead and take a break? And we will review some footage on our end and get ready to come back. We're going to use the restroom. We're going to go take some drinks. We're going to take some liquidate ourselves in a way that's not inappropriate. But we will be back here shortly. Stay tuned, my friends, for more Adventures of Clank. Alright, my friends, we are coming back from break. If you're new to the channel, want to suggest leaving a follow if you are enjoying the stream. We have an AMA plan once we hit 500 followers, and that little bar should be somewhere there to indicate how far along we are. Alright, back to the story at hand, my friends. What are we doing for watch? Who wants
I guess
first?
Christopher will just go ahead and take the first one.
Alright. Anybody else?
You know what? I will join first watch too.
Alright.
We'll take second.
So, Bull, hey Chris. Arthur on second. Who wants to join Arthur? Anybody?
Gronk had a hard day. He's probably gonna sleep through the night.
Okay. So Jack, where do you want to be?
I'll take third watch.
Should I just leave it at 3 then? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll mix Shella and Jack up with the 2 NPCs. So, who wants to roll for Paulina? If you want Paulina on your watch, I need you to roll. Or you can
D20.
have... Yeah, just roll a
Sir?
d20. You're looking for
Cat!
even. And you got it. So Paulina will be with Arthur. And then Shella will be with Jack.
Yay.
I was trying to roll.
Jack, when he realizes
my
what
cat.
happened, just like, I've made a terrible mistake.
Maybe
I was
you
trying to
should've-
roll a d20 and my cat was knocking my hand away from the mouse because
Let's
she
put that-
thought I was playing with her.
That's my mouse. Leave it alone. She was trying to catch the mouse. Good kitty. Alright, so there we go. So first watch, as everybody kind of like settles down for the night, we got Vol and Chris on the first watch. And what are you guys talking about as I go see if anything happens?
It's okay. Were you quite alright, Bull? You seem to have been... When you disappeared, you were gone for quite a long time.
Oh, I was fine. It's not something that happens often to me because I always have my little pet Chinook with me. Pat Chinook on the head. But I'm not as lucky as some people that I've met where they could just naturally see in the dark.
Oh, no kidding, huh?
It's like Christopher just kind of like not looking you in the eye, just like whistling.
Well, thing though I do want to mention though is like you do your trainings and you remember stuff. I don't think anyone heard my whistle except for Chinook, so that's the key thing I did. Have lots of tools for this reason.
I'm curious. Can I
Oh,
find
did
that
you
bat noise?
train Chinook to respond to a whistle?
Yeah, Chinook's a smart little thing. If I'm lost, I'll just call them over. They'll float by, and then they can lead me the rest of the way out since they can get a bat's eye view, if that makes sense.
There you go, Jack.
It's kind of like
That's
what
Chinook.
it's kind of like what you do with Dorian. He helps you out a lot, doesn't he?
So yes, he's been fairly helpful since our, I suppose, original agreement. Although he can be trying at times, but...
Now, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you say that, it makes me kind of curious of what you mean by that. Unless I'm poking what most people like to say, don't poke for info that other people don't like, right?
So, well, you know, it's as much as... as much as I appreciate his energy, so he can, as you'll maybe, oh no, you suppose you maybe wouldn't recall. You see, so originally, Dorian was a fiendish spirit that I called upon during my earlier days, but more recently when I reclaimed my, I suppose, like, newer abilities, so it seems that his spirit was taken from the original agreement and made anew.
I'm sorry,
So
boss.
he
Are you talking
still
about me?
has this sort of more. Oh. just He just
I
can't
wasn't-
help but be himself.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, but I could have sworn I heard my name a couple of times, so I thought, oh, maybe he needs something. What do you need, boss?
I know we were just having a discussion about our familiars.
Oh, well, continue. And he kind of like zones out.
Well, I do know, like, he must be a really good companion then, just because, when you get a familiar, it's kind of like you had to have to met them before. However, I'm not gonna ask too many questions because when you mentioned him, and it's pretty obvious that he's an imp kind of thing, I assume he used to be someone of the darker arts.
So, well, I suppose that more than likely the both of us were, yes? Myself for sure, but he talks about living in the Elves, but doesn't always espouse much further of what was happening before.
Then I can assume that you're not really deep into that stuff either. Then again, you are pretty young. And on top of that, my first impression was really the lady that I helped you fight when we first met. I think her name was like Lillian or something like that.
Yes, that was I don't really like using this term precisely, but she was the woman that raised me.
That does put you in an awkward spot.
But it had to be done. It's because if not, then I mean, I suppose she, by all accounts, still is, but it would put the family I do have, or what's left of it, in danger if I didn't take action.
No, I know, I that makes sense. Like, if you can't tell, like, family's really important, at least to me. And, like, I don't want to say it like this, but I am one of the lucky ones that I didn't have to worry about what happened to me later in life. Earlier in life, kind of meh, but family's important, so protecting your mother was a big thing you needed to do. It's fair.
As you finish that sentence, you hear a loud wail. Just kind of like echoes for a moment, and then there's a brief moment where you can see somebody trying to stand up in the northern camp, and they just collapse. And then all of a sudden, this hippogriff just kind of like starts reacting and tries to protect its master. You can see a white visage of a creature up far north. What do you do?
Star! Important question.
Yes, sir.
It's like, if I saw this creature, would I recognize it being undead?
Probably.
In the middle of the words, without hesitation, you could just kind of see, like, Vol's eyes shoot out. Kind of like dead focus on this creature. And the serious look she gives you, Christopher, goes like, wake the fucking whole group up, I'm gonna... And she just kind of like starts walking up, pulls out her bow, and starts immediately shooting.
Alright, so as you're walking up, Clank also resounds from his sentinel state. And red alert, danger in proximity. Entity unidentified. Tracking target. And at this point here, we are going to be rolling initiative.
All right, let's roll initiative, guys. Let's do it! Roll high.
Sorry, we couldn't do as you asked.
You failed me! Why? At least Arthur did it.
Your request has been denied. 404 error. Hearing the wail, this one gentleman kind of like stands up at attention and starts moving in the direction to find out what's going on. What happened? What? My fine plated friend, what happened? Enemy in proximity. Stand ready for attacks. What? And he kind of like looks for the threat. Clank will produce his bow once more and shoot at the said banshee. Or said undead, I should say. Pling. And then let me just check something. And that is reduced to direct hit, but soft tendons, unaffected. Analyzing, and then these two guys who were kind of like keeping a watch on Clank just kind of like wake up. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Hurry! What happened? Why is Clank acting up?
Spotted undead. Kind of like just her eye focusing on the undead entirely.
All right, Arthur, you're up. And you're muted. There you are.
Gets up, walks over. I'm gonna stab the shit out of this thing. Producing the bow, coming over here. Going to take the hide bonus action.
All right.
Wait. That was 20 feet.
Speaking of which, now that I'm thinking about this, if you're within 60 feet of this lovely lady, I need you all to, well, once you're awake and actually in combat, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. No, it's not about this. No, it's Chinook's occupying that space.
You can
No.
do it. It's a tiny bat.
Yeah, it's just
That's
a
a fair
baddie.
point.
Um,
And what do I need to roll?
wisdom saving throw along with everybody within 60 feet of it. Just
Is
kinda
it possible if I was able to cast protection against good and evil while I was walking up, or nah?
Nah.
I'm gonna buy myself advantage because I ain't
Well,
doing that
well,
shit.
No,
I'll buy myself advantage as well.
Alright.
Story reasons!
We'll just do 1 damage just so I can tell if they failed or not. Did it work? It did. So only one of these should have taken damage, which means they're the one that failed. Where is it? Okay, apply damage. Boop. And then bam, we found out this guy is frightened. Dillian is frightened.
The stone face man? Alright.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's showing some fearful emotion. He didn't know he had it. So yeah, let's get those re-rolls. We got them both in, right? Did you?
I
Well, you know, you try, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, does it?
Yep. Bonus
Alright.
action still to hide.
No, it's fair.
Stealth, please. Fuck you too. You know what?
Fearfully shoot this bow at the Banshee. Wow, at least you're not gonna miss. Alright, go ahead and roll
And
damage.
make sure it sneaks off. Yep, sneaks off. 13 piercing.
You see the arrow make its mark even though it has feared you. And you kind of strike it right into the central location of this being, and it starts to separate. Yet the ghostly visage tries to reform, but it seems to be a process. It definitely taken some serious damage from that attack from a magical bow. Anything else?
Nope, that is all.
Now the Banshee will go. And that's one a day. Oh, I need a rope for that hippogriff too. Hold on.
I
That's
think you
right.
already rolled for. Oh, right. No, that's right.
He was too far over. So the Banshee is going to go and chase the hippogriff down and attack it. Oh, wow. The hippogriff ducks out of the way and keeps from getting hit. Vol, you're up.
Vol just basically vaults over. Like, just
Bolts.
basically charges straight at this creature.
Vol
Realizes
bolts.
it's in close. And then just
Go.
basically booming blade, smack it in the head with a rapier.
Let's see if you can hit.
Alright, hold on, I just gotta put that on. That. Alright. Time to whack. Bam.
Ting. That hits.
Let me put my damage for booming blade. Yeah! Okay, there we go.
Definitely not very
Take-
good.
And it also can't move, and then you just see Vol immediately just like swatting it, not even giving it a chance to react, with another slash in the face.
That's 21, right? Hit. You know what? That misses. No. Alright, it is becoming less corporeal, but it still kind of like reforms itself. Its thread's still there. But
Action
definitely,
surge.
definitely not long for this world.
I mean, technically, it's not on this world? Question mark.
well, you action surge. I'm waiting for you.
No, I'm making sure that you got it. So like action
I heard.
surge. Let me post it. There
Don't
we
have
go.
to post it. We know your. If we know basic abilities, it's not too important. Like, I'm not worried about stealth. I'm not worried about action surge. All right. Well, give me the damage. I just need to verify that you actually do enough damage to kill it.
So that's 14 plus. That's 30 points of damage.
You make this banshee evaporate into itself as it fades into thin air, and the hippogriff just kind of like starts biting at the air and scowls deeply as it kind of like digs into the ground. Behind it, its master lies unconscious.
Kind of
But you got
like.
the-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead now.
Immediately check him over at like. No, I can't move. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Yeah. Tries to push awake his master. I just need to read something real quick. Okay, so he's not technically dead. Kronk, well, you kind of like heard that wailing. You can hear fighting in the background, and then it's quiet for a moment. What do you want to do?
Fall back to sleep.
Kronk lifts his head, sees that Vol has it under control, and goes back to bed. Christopher.
All right, Christopher. I think you can get over there. Christopher, seeing that there's actually, I guess would he really know like if they're
The hippogriff is moving its beak against the body on the ground like he's worried and concerned. The animal is showing concern.
okay? That's fair enough. Like Christopher, seeing that like this man is clearly in trouble, like runs over and he's going to
Clank shouts
he'll go
out,
ahead
preparing.
and use a healing. He'll like put his hands on him as like he uses a healing hands to which gives him 9 hit points regained.
Alright. Clank in the background, you kind of like hear him say, preparing mercy strike. And then all of a sudden you heal this man standing down, life form reestablished. And basically at this point there's really no need for combat. Combat has ended pretty quickly as a single banshee just came out of the woods to disturb this night's rest. But you quickly dispatch it without a full round of combat, so anybody who was woken up can easily return back to sleep as the problem is finished. But you may also like wake up and check on things too if that's something you feel like you need to do. So like Jack, if you wanted to enter into this situation, or you can just go back to bed, it's optional for you.
Yeah, I just like poke my head up, look around. It's good, and then back to sleep.
All right. Arthur, are you doing anything, or are you doing the same?
Arthur first is gonna make his wisdom save.
Well, you don't have to anymore. She dead.
I think he wants to figure out if he decided to
Unless
hide under the covers after that.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, go for it. That's right, you did take a turn into combat. That's right. I remember now. Yeah, go ahead and make that wisdom save. I'll double check something now.
Arthur is hiding under the covers until his watch.
Even though the Banshee's fallen, Vol is still at high alert. And for Christopher, you're gonna notice that she's like looking all directions, like as if she's on a warpath.
Alright, so
Kinda like-
apparently... Oh, go ahead.
So,
I was just gonna let
are you alright?
As he just kind of like
What? I heard a noise. I looked up, and then I passed out. What happened?
So the camp was attacked by a ghost.
What? No. Damn it, it's just never safe to travel in this world alone, is it? He kind of like picks himself up, and you can tell he's, even though physically he looks fine, internally, like, he feels like he's been drained of life, and he just kind of like, I definitely don't feel very well or safe at the moment. You have my thanks for protecting me and my old bird here.
If you would like, I can perhaps help revitalize you a bit, but
Excuse you.
apologies. So I am capable of healing magics, but if you
yeah. I mean, if you can spare it, I don't want to be a trouble to anybody. I'm already enough as it is.
Oh no, it's not much trouble.
and he'll go ahead and cast a Cure Wounds at level 5.
Damn. Yeah, sure. Why not? It's gonna be at max level anyway, right?
For
Jesus!
32.
He kind of like pops his neck and rolls his shoulders, just trying to get a feel of himself. And well, not 100%, but I'm sure it's nothing else that a long night's sleep will heal. How you doing, old bird? And the hippogriff just kind of like buries its beak into his chest. Okay, calm down, calm down. I'm fine, I'm fine. What do I owe you?
Your large friend did seem very concerned about your safety.
Yeah, we've been together for a while now. It'd be a damn shame to break that up. So, yeah, what do I owe you?
Oh, no, please, no need.
You sure? I mean, I'm a complete stranger. You could have just left me and nobody would have thought less of you. Yet here you are. You went through the trouble. I mean, here, you know, might not be much. And he throws a small bag at you.
Well, this wasn't really necessary, but I'll accept it nonetheless if that will make you feel better.
Yes, it would. Now, thank you so much. Don't do it often, but you have my thanks, and it's worth at least what's in that pouch.
But you can be rest assured that my group especially will be keeping an eye for the rest of. Vol, are you all right?
Kind of like not even focusing, just kind of muttering to herself as she's looking around, going like, "It's never one. It's never one. It's never one." Kind of like just still high alert, even though it's like time has passed.
Yeah. Is your friend locked in a moment there, or do they need a... Are they petrified? What's going on?
I'm not very sure. This is the first time she's acted this way.
She starts to wander deeper in.
Hey, wait, lady, hey, no. Taps your shoulder. Hey. You,
Immediately spins around, kind of like,
whoa, and he quickly reaches for his great sword hilt that's on his back. Calm down. Just came by to say thank you. Friendly.
You kind of just see the wild look. You can kind of see the wild look in her face, kind of slowly drain out, and she's go like, no, no, sorry for the rude.
You don't want to go that way. Come on back.
I really do apologize. I'm sorry. Kind of like
No.
you see her like,
Yeah. And he just kind of like leads you back towards Christopher. Here's your friend back. Definitely don't want to see you going in any deeper if there is an ethereal bleed or something like that that pops up on us.
Yes, Vol, please don't go off on your own. We don't know what's out there. It's better if we stay together.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Investigation in progress. Ectoplasm detected.
Let's just head back to the camp. Just starts walking off over back to the campfire.
Mm-hmm. What is this thing? Yeah, this guy kind of like goes over to Clank, but what do you do, Christopher?
Yeah, I guess like as he's wandering off, like Christopher just like turns to the hippogriff, gives a small wave.
It lowers its head towards you, like it brings its arms down and seems to be doing a slight bow to you as you leave. Wings full spread. Almost as if it's its way of saying thank you.
So Christopher kind of mimics the motion and then walks back off to the camp.
Alright. Designation full.
Yeah, you kind of just see her like holding Chinook, like petting it, like really rapidly. It's like, how can I help you, Clank?
Your battle prowess has been examined and fully detailed in my documentaries.
Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
Databank indicates familiarity.
So you recognize that kind of style, huh?
Indeed. Observation needed for further details.
If you're with us that long, you could, but I don't think you'll be with us any longer since we're heading off to directions.
Understood. If return, we'll be able to observe further and non... Excuse me. Must power down again. And he kind of like walks off.
Takes a sigh and just keeps petting Chinook.
Alright. Unless there's further conversation you guys would like to talk about, you are free to end your watch.
So, Vol, are you sure you are right? You sort of... How does it go? Went bananas?
I'll be okay. And don't overthink it too much, Christopher. I'll be better with a night's sleep. Chinook's getting annoyed by how many pets.
I mean, if you're familiar, it's only bored of you when you're bored of it.
That's true. But basically, like, you just hear it's like, don't... I'm glad you helped him out. That's the good thing.
Just... remember I'm here if you need me, okay?
I'll keep that in mind, but I don't think we'll have to worry about that too much if we don't encounter any of that. Kind of gives like a nervous chuckle.
Not what I was referring to.
Yeah, no, I understand. Because like I get you. This campfire is really nice looking. Just kind of like